Hey, how you doing, YouTube?
YouTubers.
Sensei Roger and Paul again, and we just want to say, hey, we're back with our lessons here. This is lesson 13 of Kenpo for Beginners. So we're going to roll into this really quick. But before we do, we're going to put the disclaimer out there. Now, you're always going to take the responsibility for your own actions. Well, okay, I say that, but not everyone does, do they? They always want to blame everyone else.
Right.
But we don't want to do that. Remember one thing, I'm telling you for your own good too, is you may end up hurting yourself when you're training this stuff. You got to be careful. That's why when we try to do it, when we explain it, we're trying to help you, but if you're not understanding exactly how I'm explaining it, or even if you're trying to do it the way it's supposed to be done, sometimes an accident can happen. So I'm just letting you know, please take responsibility on how you do it and pay attention. And, just take care of yourself. So, let's roll on into this lesson here. So, lesson 13. We don't have a lot of material today, but we're going to take our time with some of it. So, first thing we're going to do is a knife hand block. Knife hand block here. So, you got the chop pretty much, but we're coming in and blocking. So, like say I'm going to throw a punch at Paul, he's going to knife hand block my arm. See that? Now that hurts too. Now, instead of bashing your forearm up like we do with the traditional blocking here with the outward, inward, those are our traditional hard blocks. Now here you got the soft blocks with the open hands, back hands. Now you get the knife hand block. This hurts them more than it hurts you. Did that hurt you at all?
Nope.
I can still feel it on my arm. He didn't even hit me that hard. Can you imagine full speed? Boom! That's going to hurt. So there's the knife hand block. Let's just take it from a horse stance. Why do we do the horse stance? This is a practice stance from here, but sideways, look at the fighting stance. The horse stance is great for your leg strength too, which you want to build your core doing the martial arts. I had someone comment on one of the videos, can you get a six-pack from doing one of the lessons? They did that on not the Kenpo for beginners, but my karate for beginners. I said, probably not.
Yeah.
Because you have to do it a whole lot. I'm not guaranteeing you that you'll get a six-pack. Some people, they get a six-pack from just walking down the street. Other people, they have to do so much to get it. So I cannot guarantee you that you will get a six-pack. If you do this stuff, it is a healthier life than not doing anything at all.
It keeps you more agile.
Yeah. So let's get in a horse stance. This is our stable stance right here. All right, now from here, we're going to just pick up the hand and turn it out like that. So it's like the karate chop this way, but then lifting the hand this way. I'll take the other hand and block it out just like Paul is doing. See, I don't even have to look at Paul. I can see him in the corner of my eye here. Good. So that's the knife hand block. Pick it up, come across. Well, I'm not going to sit here and go, but look. I can just take my hand here to lift it and circle, just right up into there. So, Paul, throw a punch at me. I'm with that hand. Throw that punch down. Did it matter? Throw that other punch. See, I can even step off. I got my blocking, punching. Okay, that's starting to look like some traditional karate, not Kenpo. But guess what? Kenpo is made up of different martial arts put together. But you're going to push me now. The double block. Push me fast. Whoa, what's that? We're getting into our technique now. Here's the technique. This one I put together myself from the teaching I had in the Kenpo, but this one is called push thrust. Okay, so from here, Paul pushes me, I block it out. But this time he's falling forward because he's really charging. I shove him back, my front thrust kick. Now I can hit him in the knee, the groin, or the solar plexus. Okay, a lot of people are like, they get mad at me too. I know there's everyone out there, they're expert. Everyone's an expert. They get mad at me, they put out comments, which don't bother me, but I think they're funny. But then they say, that's not Kenpo. Kenpo doesn't kick above the waist. Well, that's a lie. Because, in the American Kenpo, you see it sometimes. In the Tracy's Kenpo, we see it sometimes. But guess what? We do not do it a lot. We do it very few times. Most of the time, it is below the waist. I can hit him in the crotch, I can hit him in the rib, I can hit him in the solar plexus. You don't want to go any higher than this because that's a big risk of getting your leg caught. if you do kick to the rib or the stomach, that's a bigger risk of getting your leg caught than if I'm down here. So catch my leg like this. Caught like this, but guess what? He's bending over really. Go ahead and catch it down here. So now I can just lay my weight down. He could be falling forward, but his head is wide open. Catch it up here. Now I'm in a greater risk of falling. So yeah, I can understand where a lot of the guys put those comments out there. But the thing is, go to push me. Who's catching that?
Yeah.
You're going back like this. What are you catching?
Creates a great distance.
You're reaching back. Oh, what's going on? There's no thought. So yeah, you could get away with kicking to the ribs or the solar plexus on that one. If it's not a great thing where, not every situation causes for you to kick somebody's knee. Let me break their knee. That's realistic. You don't want to kick everyone in the knee? No. Kenpo is designed to destroy, but the thing is, are we going to want to destroy all the time? No. So here it is, push, thrust. So we're going to step back this time as the guy's coming at us, come up this way. Chop it out. Now just thrust with the push, forward, thrust, kick. Okay, do you need to kick the knee because the guy pushes you? Probably not. If it's some stranger out there, really aggressive, look, he's going to hurt you, yeah, you might need that. If he's large. If he's a really big guy, you may need to kick the knee. Here's the problem with kicking the knee. If you don't have a lot of training, you can slip off it real easy with a front kick.
Right.
Even with training, you can slip off that real easy. You hit the groin though, you can sink that thing right in there. You'll kick that groin right through the back of them.
Right.
One, kick the crotch, it comes out the back. That's how hard you're going to hit them.
Right.
Now you can even hit them in the solar plexus.
It's a nice big target.
Knock the air completely out of them. Even if you don't go to the solar plexus, go a little lower. There's a bladder. But you're on the hip line. You're folding that person over. There's push thrust. So as I go to push Paul, he blocks it, pushes me, front thrust kick. So there's a couple different targets you can go on that. I like that technique. I think it works. Here's the reason why I did that. It's for you avid Kenpo guys and say, well, you're just making up techniques. Well, let me tell you why I put that in there. Go to push me. So we got techniques like this here, flashing daggers, right? So go push me hard. No, it's like you're jammed up too. When this is so simple. So simple. Boom, boom. And there's a lot of techniques. This is why I start developing things, guys. I told you we're going to take a little time with this so you can get some understanding in theory. So we don't have to have filled with a bunch of technique. Let's get some theory in here. Some of my black belts. All right, I had young guys sitting here waiting for a class. I had one of my black belts here. I was training them. We were doing a push technique. In our system, in the Tracy system. It works, but I knew these guys who could just push them differently. I told them, here, push them, and they go like this first. Try. They go like that. Yeah, they just did that because they were like trying to be nice. I know, really push them. Push them as fast as you can, whatever. Just push them like you were going to shove somebody around. Just push them. So they did that. As soon as they did that, he separated, and they were up on him, and he was stuck. What do you do in that situation? Because he was planning to do this scripted move. Well, this is right here. Your hands are already up. So there is push thrust. Block, push, front thrust. All right, short 2. You guys did part 1 last lesson. We're going to do part 1 and 2. So I split this up in the way. I said 5 parts, was it?
Yep.
So I don't even remember what I said.
5 for him, 8 for me when I said that.
Yeah, he remembers because he watches the videos. I put it on and I don't watch the videos. Sorry, guys. I know what I put out there. So, all right, here we go. We're going to do short 2 kata. Part 2. So we're going from the bowing. We're going to move forward with the right foot to 12 o'clock. So step forward, get in that horse right here as you block in. Chop. Keeping your hand this side for the form. Step up with the other foot. Block in. Chop. Stack your hands like this in your cat stance. This is the cat stance. This is what we call the hidden fist. So let's go over this again. I'm going to back up so you make sure you can see it on the video. Alright, so we got the bow. We could do a different fancy bow. Wait, did I just throw something in that is different?
No, we did the fancy bow last week. You did. I just watched you.
Alright, so we're going to open hand, the fist, so come empty-handed. This is my weapon. Step, I grab it together and show them that I will use it if I have to. Roll it back, step back, here. Now step forward right, bend the knees. Block it in, chop. Here, now don't stand up like this as you move. Keeping this height, move it forward. Block it in, chop. Stack your hand with that hidden fist as you turn your hip forward, dragging your foot in like this, the cat stance. We went over that, didn't we?
Yeah, we're going cat.
Okay, we'll look over to the left. So your left side here, so which is what, 9 o'clock? Step, block it out, turn the hip into the bow stance and punch. Alright, let's go over that again, and then we're going to do the other side, and then that's part 2. Alright, so we'll bow, right here, bow. We're going to just do a simple bow for now. Step forward, block, chop, step, block, chop. Cat stance is your hidden fist, look to your left, step over, horse here, turn, bow stance, block and punch. Stack your hands here, right foot cat stance, look over there, step over. As I trip on myself, you guys didn't see that. Block and punch. There it is. There, I went like this and got my foot stuck in the mat. You didn't see that. That didn't happen.
Stuck in the wrinkles. I know about wrinkles.
You know about wrinkles. Alright, so short 2 kata, part 1, and part 2 put together here. So let's do it again. Fancy bow again. Hand, fist, step 1, step 2. Back, 1, 2. Horse, block, chop. Step, block, chop. Cat, look over, step, block and punch as you turn. Hidden fist, cat, look to the right. When you're doing cat, don't have it here, point it to the front. Look over, step, block and turn, punch. Turn that foot too. Oh, there we go. And bend in here. So there's part 1 and 2 or short 2. Okay, we're not done with this yet, are we?
Nope.
We got one more thing, it's an elbow drill. But before we do that, we're going to do the quote of the day on this, the quote of the video. So remember we were doing, so those guys have been watching these videos, we've been doing quotes and just saying, hey, guess where it's from. Well, no one's responded, so I changed the rules. I'm going to tell you where it's from. Because I wanted, the whole thought of that was wanting to get people to start searching and reading and trying to figure out things. And there's a thing called Google. People look up the stupidest things on Google, but guess what? You can get some of the greatest things of this earth on Google.
Right.
You can find the greatest things. All the information pretty much you got is on Google. You got a whole bunch of experts looking for that. I'm not just saying that because Google pays me with AdSense, but I'm saying that because the fact is, it's true. I love it. It's easier than looking up 10,000 books. You just search up a keyword and you go, oh, I didn't know that was related to this. It's good stuff.
All right.
But here it is. Proverbs 1:5 is where this is coming from. So it is, a wise man will hear and increase learning, and a man of understanding will attain wise counsel. So that, I thought this is a great one, especially when we're talking about seeking out and searching and trying to find things to learn on. That was the whole purpose of that. So, you know, like I said before, I don't want to do these videos to just be fluff. Here's some karate moves. I had some videos that weren't the best out there, but I'm growing in the YouTube, growing as a person. I want to actually give you guys something that's good.
Right.
So take this in. Remember, a wise man will hear and increase learning, and a man of understanding will attain wise counsel. Not everything I give you is from the Bible, so remember that, guys. There's going to be other things from great people that put quotes, and that's what we're going to put out there. You know, like what is it? Zig Ziglar was one I put out there. Eleanor Roosevelt, I think, was one I put out there.
Winston Churchill.
Winston Churchill. So those are some of the quotes. And yes, I have put other proverbs from the Bible. Proverbs is great to know. It's like relevant to what's going on in this earth.
Right.
And that's what I liked about Proverbs. For those who say, well, I'm not a Christian, I don't want to hear that. But if I give you good advice, you know, Don't ask where it's from. If it's good advice, take it.
Alright. It's applicable.
If it speaks to you, yeah.
Alright.
So, alright, here we go. Elbow drill. I promised you guys. We're going to do it. So, from the horse stance, yes again. This is not the fighting stance, but it's a good practice stance. Stay in this horse stance for 5-10 minutes, and guess what? Your legs will be shaky.
Yep.
5 minutes is a lot. You know, like shaking it up. Old-time martial artists had to stay in this for a very long time, probably about 40 minutes. They used to do a thing with like an incense burner, and you know, like incense. A lot of the incense would take about 40 minutes to burn down the sticks, and then burn it like that. The old senseis would burn it, and then they better stay there, or you're gonna do it again. But then that's some of their training. You know, can you imagine 40 minutes in one place?
Try this. Yeah, try and time yourself for 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
We've done that in the studio here too. It would make one boring video though.
Well, we wouldn't do it. I would suggest.
You guys aren't in the horse stance still? See, I was talking, trying to see if anybody would be in a horse stance. If you ever want to watch this video, and as I'm talking through this horse stance, go over it again and try it, see what I'm talking about. But here we go. Let's do the drill. We're going to do an elbow down like this. So from here, we're going to turn into a soft bow stance. Come back, elbow, soft bow stance. Good. Alright, so that's part one of that. Here we go. Down, down. Good. Alright, now from here, you're going to elbow slam across. Now from here, you can even turn with it like that into a hard bow stance. Hard bow stance. So let's start it again. Right arm, I'm going. You can do your left if you want. Doesn't matter. Turn a soft bow. Come back. Soft bow. Turn. Hard bow. You can slam like this, but I'd rather just keep it here for the flow of the drill. Alright, now we're going to come up to the horse. Right up like this, or your left. Other one up. Good. Now come cross like this. Double elbow pokes. So here's the elbow drill. Down, soft bow. Bow, across, elbow up, double poke, keep going, down, down, across, up, together, up, again, down, across, up, and out. There you go. This is an elbow drill. It's a fun drill to do. You start feeling your legs. That's where you're going to start feeling the martial arts. If you guys actually do it with good stances and just start putting it out there and get to know this stuff, all of a sudden you could be in here. And then you got some cool stuff. We're getting closer and closer to 300 videos. I know we're a little bit away, but that's exciting to me. 300 videos.
That's a lot.
And on our other channel, you know, the Grinds Factor, we're getting very close to 200 videos. I have a special thing for that one. So, yeah, it's going to be smashing. It's going to be exciting. But this one, this channel here, Shodan 1197, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for?
Yeah, subscribe.
They should subscribe,
They should
right?
subscribe, they should communicate, let us know.
Yeah, why should you subscribe? Because the guy who's running this channel cannot speak?
Positive critiquing, we don't even mind positive critiquing. It's the negative bash of stuff. It's not worth anything.
Some of the bad comments, they make me laugh. I mention them sometimes, not because I'm bitter about it.
Alright.
That doesn't bother me. I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
But I just want to address out things. Sometimes people aren't really meaning it bad. That's sometimes why I mention it too. Because maybe they just had training that wasn't open-minded. Maybe the training was so closed-minded. I don't know. I don't know where they're coming from. But then you got trolls out there. You just want to say something. Especially the more popular your channel is, the more you'll get. So I'm not an expert at everything I do. But I do know one thing is the Kenpo martial arts. And that's one thing I do know.
Right. So. And I'm my biggest critic. I go home watching videos and pick out all my own errors. I think I was coming out my bow stance little or my horse stance. I gotta go home and look at that.
We got people picking out the way Paul ties his belt. But it's tied properly.
It was good today.
See, this is tied properly.
It gets loose.
But people go, oh yeah, but the belt ties up, or sometimes they'll twist it, but it's tied properly. So you know what? Lay off the belt a little bit. What about the martial arts? We're going to worry about the belt so bad. What about the martial arts? So subscribe.
Thanks for watching.
God bless you.
God bless. Take care.